Lesson 6. Emotional Intelligence. Emotions are our particular reactions to a particular event. These feelings are large enough to change our life or destroy it. Anger, envy, anxiety, love, horror, joy, hatred, etc. are all emotions. The way we give vent to our emotions in a way decides the course of our life and the life of those associated with us. Mr. and Mrs. Madhu were both engineers working in a private company. Their only son, Nikhil, was a student of class 2nd in a nearby school. One morning, Mrs. Madhu had finished packing their lunch boxes. Her husband had dressed and was waiting for them. Suddenly, Nikhil rushed down to tell his father that his teacher had given him a very good for his chart preparation. In his happiness and excitement, he knocked down the glass of milk his mother had kept on the table. The glass broke into bits and the milk split onto his father's well-ironed suit. In his anger, he slapped his son and shouted at his wife. This was followed by a heated argument between the couple. The child began to cry and run upstairs. The wife was upset at the hot words Madhu used. In the meantime, the school bus arrived. Nikhil was not ready and missed the bus. The father angrily went upstairs and changed his clothes. After about half an hour, the wife too got dressed. All three of them travelled in the same car, but no one talked. The child was dropped at the school gate. He reached late and was asked to stand outside the class. The wife reached the office late and had to meet her boss. She was upset and ended up with a severe headache. Mr. Madhu, who was in a bad mood, took it out on his subordinates in the office. There is a story of the woodcutter who had left his baby in the care of his faithful dog. On his return, he found blood splashed in the corridor and on the dog. Presuming that the dog had killed the baby, he cut the dog into 2 pieces. On reaching the room, he found that the baby was sleeping peacefully. Near the bed, he found a snake that was bitten and killed by the dog. These 2 instances show how they lacked emotional maturity. Such occurrences take place each day. A story is told of Sir Isaac Newton. One night, he had left on his table several important papers about his findings. A candle was burning by the side. He went out for a few moments, and on his return, he found that all his valuable findings were burned to ashes. His dog had dropped the candle and caused the destruction. Sir Isaac Newton was shocked and sad. His dog was licking him lovingly as if nothing had happened. He took up the dog and said, "Well, honey, you don't know what you have done." He decided to restart the work from the beginning, and he knew where that took him. This is a case of emotional maturity. Emotionally matured people tend to become leaders, managers, and great achievers. Better emotional control helps to improve academic performance, self-control, self-motivation, interpersonal relations, and communication. It leads to a healthy, happy, and successful life. A group of 4-year-old children were given a candy each. They were told that they could eat immediately or 20 minutes later after the trainer returned. Those who waited would be given 1 more candy each. Some of the children could not wait. They ate their candies, while the others waited patiently, hoping to get a second one. After 10 years, they were tested again. It was found that those who waited to eat their candy proved to be better achievers than the others. The conclusion was that it takes discipline to control the impulse of instant gratification and make an investment for the future. There is a Chinese proverb which shows the importance of controlling impulses. If you are patient in one moment of anger, you will escape 100 days of sorrow. Emotional maturity is a measurement of one's capacity to react with a positive mental attitude. It helps to focus on life's goals steadfastly. One will take the responsibility for his problems and misfortunes and will not blame God, fate, or others. He will have a realistic outlook of life. He will be guided by what is right and not by emotions, desires, prejudices, or environment. He will examine every impulse. He will follow his conscience and use his sense of reason. Such a person will not be egocentric or selfish. He will not have uncontrolled emotions expressed through temper tantrums, changing moods, or frustrations. In the past, intelligence was measured only through IQ. Today, importance is given to multiple intelligences. It is recognized and accepted that thoughts and emotions are interdependent and collaborate with capabilities to comprehend. Consequently, the concept of EQ, or emotional intelligence quotient, is of relevance. People with high EQ handle their entire life better and can understand and deal with feelings of others. To be successful, one must develop emotional intelligence by controlling all impulses. It will bring about higher levels of assertiveness, self-confidence, trustworthiness, and dependability.